And now our valedictorian. Perfect grades in a course load including 16 AP and honors courses earned her superlative comments from her teachers. They describe her as phenomenal not so much for her extraordinary results as for her voracious desire to learn. She seeks intellectual stimulation everywhere, seems capable of understanding anything, and yet remains humble, benevolent, and always ready to help her friends and peers. Academic excellence is only a part of why she stands tall among the very strongest students in her class. She stands tall on the basketball court as well, leading the team as captain this year. As if school and basketball were not keeping her busy enough, she sings in bel canto, composes her own music, plays piano, and works in the summers. It is difficult to imagine anything she could not do if she put her mind to it. Please welcome the 2014 valedictorian, Zoe Bohn.
Everyone sitting behind me has done something incredible. I know that all the parents out there know this, but I think it's important for all of us students to realize that each and every one of us has accomplished something amazing. Some of us have received well-deserved recognition for it, like the baseball players up here who won the national championship. The writers whose plays were produced not only at Harvard-Westlake, but also at prestigious festivals across the state, and the students who spent their summers in some of the most respected labs in the country. But there are literally hundreds of other accomplishments held by my classmates that only a few of us are lucky enough to know about. I've been fortunate enough to witness my fellow computer science students create an actual working poetry generator using complicated algorithms that I barely understand. I've read a friend's independent study paper comparing the American and French legal systems. And I've even watched my brother start his own business. These are only a few of the incredible things that I've seen my classmates accomplish, and there are so many more that even I don't know about. One of the reasons I think it's so important for us to recognize these achievements is that I think that all of us up here today have felt intimidated by the talent here at some point or another. Who wouldn't be? I myself have sometimes found it difficult to be proud of that summer job I worked so hard to earn after hearing about a friend of mine who spent her summer literally working toward curing cancer. But it's important to take pride in the little victories too. One of my proudest moments at Harvard-Westlake happened during my first few days as a team captain of the basketball team. I told my teammates to grab a ball and start warming up, even the coaches weren't there yet. And they actually listened to me. That may not seem very important to anyone else, but it was a big moment for me because that was the first time I saw myself as a leader. I had been shocked, honored too, of course, but mostly shocked when my coach named me team captain because I'd never seen myself as the type of person that people would follow. But my coach was one of the many people I encountered at Harvard-Westlake who believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. And she taught me something that I hope that all of my classmates have also learned here at Harvard-Westlake, that you can be the person you want to be, not just the person you see yourself as. Let me take this moment to thank, on behalf of myself and the class of 2014, the teachers, coaches, and other instructors here at Harvard-Westlake. You shared your passions with us and encouraged us when we thought we would fail. You took pity on us when we complained about how tired we were, even when many of you were pulling into school before some of us even woke up to prepare for the day's lessons. Thank you for everything you've done to help us succeed. There's another group of people who the class of 2014 and I really need to thank. The parents who got us all through high school. And I'm not just talking about paying the tuition, although they deserve our thanks for that too. Personally, I don't think I could have made it through Harvard-Westlake without the unconditional love and encouragement of my mom, who would stay up with me until 1 a.m. purely for moral support while I finished my essay, who would give me a hug and a cup of hot tea every time I felt overwhelmed, and who was probably more excited for me than I was when I got my college acceptance. Excited, but not surprised, of course, because she had always believed in me. I know I could bring any one of my classmates up here, and they would have a similar story of a mother, father, or other parental figure who supported them through everything. So thank you, parents, for everything you've done for us. Finally, we have some unsung heroes that really deserve our thanks. The security staff, the maintenance crew, the IT department, everyone in the bookstore, and of course, the athletic trainers. All of you put in long hours and a lot of heart for very little in return. Thank you for keeping us safe, sane, and happy. Now to my classmates. There are 3 things that I hope you all hold on to from Harvard-Westlake. Or rather, there are many things that I hope you hold on to, but 3 of them are especially important. The first is a love of learning. We were fortunate enough to go to a school where the word nerd was an affectionate term, and where it was cool to be excited about what we were learning in class. I don't know of many other high schools where I could have explained the concept of momentum to a teammate I just knocked over and received only an indulgent smile in return. I think we've all experienced that wonderful realization after walking out of a physics class, or a history class, or a psychology class, that the world looks a little different now, a little more vibrant. I hope that you, my classmates, continue to seek out and appreciate these moments. The second thing I hope you hold on to is the knowledge that no one thing defines you. As you head off to college, in a way you'll be starting over. Whatever reputation you had in high school, good or bad, no one will know. In some ways, that's freeing. You can reinvent yourself, be whoever you want to be, but it's also intimidating. No one will know that you got straight A's in high school or that you starred in all of your school's productions. You have to prove yourself all over again. And when that happens, sometimes it's easiest to latch on to one thing, the thing that you're best at, the thing that you can impress everyone with and form an identity around. Don't limit yourself like that. At Harvard-Westlake, we've all been jocks and nerds, singers and scientists, programmers and performers. I hope you to continue to pursue all of the things you love, not just the ones you're best at in college. The third and final thing that I hope you hold on to is the friendships that you've made here. I've met some really special people here that I hope to be friends with for life, and I know that all of you have too. My friends have braved the wrath of librarians to drag me out of silent study and off to Starbucks with them when they thought I was studying too much. They've also helped me get through some of the toughest times in my life, from my mom's illness to my parents' divorce. I never want to lose them. So, in the years to come, don't let your friendships fade. Send your friends a good morning text, even if your morning is 3 hours later than theirs. Find a few hours to Skype on the weekends. Most importantly, cherish the time you have together. There are 2 people who are not here with us today, 2 people who are sorely missed. Justin and Julia were 2 of the most vibrant members of our class, and no words can express the tragedy of losing them. Not a day goes by where we don't think of them, and our Februaries will be forever filled with turquoise and purple. But although Justin and Julia aren't up here on this stage today with us physically, we carry them with us. Virginia Woolf explains this in the most beautiful way I've heard in her novel Mrs. Dalloway. She describes death as being part of people she had never met, being laid out like a mist between the people she knew best, who lifted her on their branches as she had seen the trees lift the mist. It spread ever so far, her life, herself. The World Peace for Justin Carr and Slow Down for Julia campaigns have affected the lives of people that Justin and Julia never even got the chance to meet. They have continued accomplishing incredible things, just like the rest of us. And, as Woolf expressed, Justin and Julia live on in us because we would not be the people we are today without them. We are better people for having known them. So next year, Justin and Julia will find themselves at Tisch and at Harvard, at Stanford and at USC, and at all of the other colleges we will be attending, and they will help us to continue accomplishing incredible things. So to my fellow classmates, be proud of everything you've achieved here. Be grateful for the gifts you've been given, and be prepared to shine in the years that come. Thank you.